What is up, YouTube? This is Mayank Sharma from Varchaswa Trading, and today I don't hope that you did pretty great in the markets. I know for a fact that you did, because if you are one of our subscribers, if you watch our videos regularly, and if you follow us, today markets gave us the exact move we predicted yesterday. Exact huge selling move, right? So let's in this video we'll discuss that what happened yesterday, what did we discuss, what happened today, and what is the view for tomorrow. So without any further ado, let's get started. So these are our levels. I told you the levels of 15,845. In a case of a gap up, these will be our selling levels. I told you this pretty clearly. In case of any gap up, this will be our shorting area, and up the crucial level was 15,817 and above, only which we were looking for a buying position. Till this point I told you no buying, right? No buying. What happened today? Markets opened at our zone, and do you see the big move it gave? And these were our targets: 15,622, 15,592 and 15,517 is our target. And in this video I'll also cover that how can you trail your profits for bigger moves. Okay, so don't worry about it, we'll go into it slowly one by one. So yeah, so let's see what we did today. This was our levels from yesterday. Do you see? And what did markets do? This was before. This was before, right? And this is what happened today. This is what happened today. We were able to catch a huge downfall of around 500 points in Nifty, 3.26% fall. And if you remember, I have been telling you from last 2 days, I am expecting a big move, right? A big move. We were expecting a big move somewhere around here. The market didn't come. We traded this move, but we also were able to got this big move. Right? You have to be consistent in your trading. See, when I say consistent, that doesn't mean that you should end in profit every day. That means that you should follow one systematic rule each day. When you sit to trade, you should not guess that what I have to do, right? You should have a set rule, and you should trade according to it consistently, so the rule of big numbers will come in play and you will eventually be hugely profitable. So what did I give you today? What did I tell you today? And I give you a hero zero. I gave you a hero zero around 940. The hero zero was 15650 PE at 8. And you won't believe the kind of returns we got today, right? We didn't just make 1000%, we didn't make 15%, 1500%. We made a return of more than 3800%. What does that mean? That whatever amount you would have taken, that would be multiplied by 38. If you would have just bought a premium of 10,000 rupees, if you bought options worth 10,000 rupees in this hero zero, you would be in the gain of 3 lakhs 80,000, right? So most people ask me, I'm sorry, not feeling well. Yeah, then most people ask me, why do I use option buying instead of option selling? This is the reason. By only putting up 10,000, we were able to make a gain of 3,80,000, right? This is the hero zero, the power option buying has. But option buyers have to be extremely disciplined, and I'll show you the proof. And that made an high of, give me one moment. And what was that? Where was that? Here. At 317, our put option that we purchased for just 8 rupees was trading at 307 rupees, right? And as I said you, just 10k in this option would have made you 3,80,000 rupees, right? And this was the same trade I informed to our mentees as soon as we got the entry opportunity. I cannot go into entries for obvious reasons, but as soon as we got an entry here, I told my mentees, and we were all able to take this trade together, right? So now people ask me that how do you trade for big profits? Let's see. This is not a simple question. The answer to this question is not simple. For everybody, the answer will be different to how to trail profit, right? For imagine if you are an aggressive trader, if you are okay with giving back most of some of your profit. For example, if you are in a profit of 100 rupees, and say if you are in profit of 100 rupees and you don't mind giving back 30 rupees, if you don't mind giving back 30-40 rupees, what you can do, you can just put a chart of 5 minutes. This trailing thing which I am teaching you will only work in 5 minutes. Don't try to do it in 1 minute. Okay, this you have to be a little courageous, have to use 5 minutes. What you can do, you can either use give me one moment. right? You can either use the 20 EMA on 5 minutes time frame to trail your profit, right? See, not even once market gave us a closing above the 20 EMA. See, I don't tell you that don't use indicators, use tools. Indicators are like super trend, Bollinger Band, don't use them. But EMAs, VWAP, these are all important tools, okay? So because these are closely related to price. What is an EMA? EMA is just an average of price over 20 candles. So you can use such tools. Like I'll tell you, you can use RSI for divergences. You can use MAs to trail your profits. I will repeat it again and again. We don't take entries based on these tools. These tools are just to confluence our existing bias, our trade, and to trail our profits. I hope that is clear. We are not retailers. We don't enter when the candle closes below that, right? Or something like that. We just use it to trail. We just use it to trail and to strengthen our bias, right? So and if you are a not a very aggressive trader, and you if you're a conservative trader, and if you are in a profit of 100 rupees, you are okay with only giving 10 to 15 rupees back to markets. If you want to trail pretty aggressively, what you can do, instead of 21 EMA, instead of 20 or 21 EMA on 5 minutes time frame, you can go for 10 or 11 EMA. Let me just show you 10 or 11 EMA. And if you see today, not even once market were able to close above that, right? Market were not able to even close above this. The reason why I'm telling you not to do this on 1 minute chart, I'll show you in 1 minute. See, the 1 minute chart will stop you out pretty frequently, right? But if you're a very conservative player, you can do this. But what I'll prefer for you all to do is use 5 minutes time frame, right? Use 5 minutes time frame. Use either 50 EMA or use either 10 EMA, sorry, 20 EMA or 10 EMA. Just don't make it a band like this and try to enter this. This looks good in back testing, but if you see, this won't work, right? If you see, this looks good only in back testing, but you can use this as a systematic approach, either of these EMAs, to trail your profits for big moves, right? And you have to be courageous. Sometimes you will lose moves. For example, not every 00 will go from 8 to 300. Sometimes it will go from 8 to 80, 8 to 50, right? So what you can do, and there is also one more important way for conservative traders to trail their profits. Imagine that is a monetary way, and that is why I told you that there is no one single answer for this, right? I know I'm not giving you levels just yet. I'm trying to teach you something more important than this. Okay, just remember this, and you will be able to trail your profits. And one of the way is seeing the monetary term. For example, if you are in a profit of 5,000 rupees, then you can just think or assume that okay, as soon as this is reduced to 4,000, as soon as I lose 1,000 out of that, I will close my trading for the day. I will close my trading for the day. As soon as I see the figures of 4,000, I am booking my profit. So if you are a very aggressive, very conservative player who doesn't want to give back much profits, you can make this as a rule. But the most important thing is, after you trail your profits, you book out. Do not re-enter in the same direction in FOMO. What happens is, today market just went like this. What it can happen is, market can do something like this. There will be your EMA, right? Imagine this is your EMA. Let me just right. Imagine this is your EMA. Markets can simply do this. Markets can simply go above this, trail you out, and as soon as they come below this, you will start entering again. You will start entering here again. But what markets can do, markets can either remain sideways, decaying your premium, or markets can reverse, right? You don't want that. So once you are done, you just close for the day and be happy. And I'll tell you one more important thing. Most of the beginners were not able to catch this full fall, right? Not even I was able to write till here, right? And yeah, but the thing is, I exited this around here and I re-entered, and somewhere here I exited again. So I'll tell you one two more important things. See, these kind of falls are not natural, they are rare, they don't happen again and again. So even if you were able to trade till this move, and these were our targets, these targets were the level I gave you yesterday, right? Imagine this. Okay, don't even imagine this. I told you the first target for safe traders will be 15652. This will be our risky target, and this is our ultimate target, right? This is our ultimate target. So even if you were able to trade till here, the put option went from 8 rupees to around this point was around 210 rupees. This is still good, right? Still good. So even if you are able to, and what I am saying is, after 8 rupees, if you are still able to get it around 80 rupees, now that is also 1000%. That is a 10x of your capital. If you would have put 10,000 there, you would have made 8,000. See, you can't, no one can except for me or some experienced players, not everyone can enter here and exit somewhere around here, right? So if you are able to even capture these big moves, this middle moves, you are okay. Don't beat yourself down. These moves are not natural. They don't have occur again and again. So if you are able to make money but are beating yourself down that she I was not able to hold till proper targets, don't worry, that will come with experience and after you learn to detach yourself from the monetary bands. Okay, so this is the teaching for today. I hope you see this lecture again and again. Now let's see the view for tomorrow, right? Let's have the view for tomorrow. And it's pretty simple. The markets are usually negative. Now what can happen? Now what can happen? Markets either open flattish to small gap down. Flattish to small gap down, right? Markets either open flattish to small gap down. See, if markets open flattish after this move, that will signify that okay, there is a halt in market. See, markets cannot just keep trending either way, right? They have to halt. They have to halt. They either have to give a time correction or a price correction, right? So either markets have to give a retracement or either market will have to create a sideways zone to further continue the move. Here what the markets do, I told you that day itself that this was our point where I told you to short, because as per my calculation the time correction was complete till this point, right? And what did market do? I'll show you again, right? See how market moves. Markets fell here. They didn't retrace much. They just went into a range of consolidation. They went into sideways momentum, and this is how the time correction takes place. Cannot go into much deeper details in this, but yeah, basically a range bound momentum can be classified as your sideways momentum. So after this markets can do either of two things. They can just revert sharply or they can just continue the momentum, right? They can just continue the momentum. You have to see as per the situation. So either markets either open flattish to small gap down above the level of 15 to 96.8. 15 to 96.8. We are not looking to sell the markets. See, this is the intraday video which I am making, right? This is the intraday video which I am making. So till the point markets are not able to break and sustain below this level, right? Markets should be able to sustain below this for 10-15 minutes. We will take a shorting position. What will be our targets? Our target will be 15122.95 and also the level of 15,021. This is yet another level. 1 minute. Sorry, I'm not feeling particularly well, so kind of tolerate that. And yeah, before below this point only we will see the targets of 15122.95 and 15018, right? What if markets open a good gap down? If market opens somewhere around this level itself, it is a possibility, obviously. Let's have a look at global markets. Global markets are showing a small gap down to flattish opening. Okay, let them go. I don't care about global markets as of now. You also know that. So if markets open a huge gap down around this area, huge gap down among this area, then we will not look to short it because it is already pretty fast stretched out and markets can easily give a retracement. So what will we do? We will look to see if markets are able to sustain the lower levels after gap down. If markets are able to sustain the lower level after gap down, then if we see an entry here, we will take the chance and we will go long, but our targets will be small. Our target will not be that big. In case of that, what will be our target? Our target will be just between 95 to 145 points. In case of any up move, from a big gap down, say a gap down should be big or market should stretch down for. If markets are able to sustain these lows, our target will not be much, but they will be 100 points. See, I cannot mention the targets here because we don't know the opening of tomorrow, so I'll mention in case of upside targets are small or smallish, around 95 to 130. Let's be conservative. 130 points. 130 points. This is the case in case of our upside momentum. What if markets open a gap up? Always a possibility. Yes, you never know. Markets are running at 310. Markets can eventually go open somewhere around here. In case of a gap up, we will avoid trading. Because tomorrow is the Friday and we made pretty humongous money today. And what did we make today? And if I show you, we were able to clock a decent amount of 1.43 lakhs in one of our account. The other accounts, obviously, I cannot, disclose here. So this is what we were able to clock down. We were able to And some of you people ask me that why do I buy OTM like 3 rupees, 10 rupees? Those are just to avail the margin benefit for my futures. Okay, so that is not like I took this OTM to make profit off of this. This is just to hedge my future positions for margin benefits. So we were able to make a good amount of 1.43 lakhs for the day. And let's see what we did in the mentorship group. Okay, I know that you wait for that. And see, this was one of our YouTube subscriber, and he acknowledged that I was not, yeah, these things kind of overwhelm me, and I cannot tell you how blessed this makes me feel, and I'm very thankful for this, right? I'm very thankful. This was, he booked a small profit of 500 rupees, not bad. And this guy made a profit of 1200 rupees, also pretty good. This is one of our Telegram free group member, Telegram community member. He made an amount of 3300 rupees, and he made a ROI of 35%, but he got scared and he booked, or else he would have made a lot more. And as I told you, if you are able to take this, you are good to go. And yeah, and this is one of our close friend, and he treats me like his younger brother, and that's very heartwarming. That's very close to my heart actually, and he was very proud of that. So I cannot tell you how that makes me feel. And let me show you what markets did before and after I showed you, right? And see, this is one of our member. He took profit at 45% of his cost. What did he say? If I hadn't booked, I would have made more than 1 lakh, more than lakhs. So this is an skill which can make you not lakhs or just crores. This is an skill which can create generational wealth for your future generations, right? This is the skill which can change not only your life but your generations to come. So, and this is the only high paying skill which you can learn and start minting money relatively quicker than other such opportunities. And this is our banter in our mentorship group, in our mentees group. And after that, see, in mentees group also I gave that call 8 to 190. They were like कि कभी कभी लगता है मयंक भगवानी भगवान like. I was like, okay, this is pretty chill. And I told you markets will stop falling at 330. This is my view. This is, I told you at 127, right? Today's market will stop falling at 330. This cannot be more clear than this. Markets, when did markets stop falling today? Did even one market stayed above this? No, right? Markets kept falling till 330. So as I told you again and again, in this I just don't tell you the view for next day. In these videos I give you an eye to see the future, right? To see the future. And if you want to learn how to do this, if you want to learn from us, we are closing the discounts after this month. So the discounts are limited only for a very small period of time, and we are closing the discount. Then the price will be at least double of what is right now, because the demand is pretty surging, and we take in only a limited number of students because we have to pay personal attention to each of their growth. In mentorship, what we provide them with our live market setup. We clear their doubts 24/7, and we are there for them. And we trade live together. We everyone is trading live together in the group. So if that is something you are interested in, do DM us, and we will welcome you with a pretty discounted cost. And yeah, this skill for this cost is a steal. So if you are interested in this, do DM us, and the link for this free Telegram community is in the description. You can find that. And this trade this trade which I took, this trade is also documented on our Instagram channel. Also the link will be in the description. Kindly go and watch that, and I'll see you in the markets tomorrow. I hope, I don't hope, I know that you had a pretty blasting day. So thanks to mother markets for working according to our plan, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night. I know the video is pretty long today, but it has a lot of learning, so I hope this can help you. Good night.